When God called Abraham, he brought his entire family with him into the land which God had revealed unto him. Families moving out into the mission field is still common today. The Morales, as well as the Carr family, both from Times Square Church, felt God's calling to assist in a work in Zambia, the Kakabalika House, a ministry to street children. On tonight's Prayer in the Spirit Mission series, we're going to take a look into the ministry of the Kakabalika House.
Because of the AIDS crisis in Zambia, there are over 1.5 million orphans, and about half of those children live in the streets. Many of these children are physically and sexually abused. They're like outcasts and treated like garbage. Many are addicted to something called sticker. It's a form of benzene and glue that they inhale. Everywhere you go, you see the children with their bottles of drugs. There's such a despair and loneliness on their faces. We have felt the Lord's burden to minister to these children. We started with feeding programs. We'd gather the children, minister Christ unto them, and then feed them. We've brought in doctors and have had medical clinics for the street children. But we knew the Lord was calling us to more. In June of '06, we rented this house to take in the street children. It was broken down and in disrepair. It's now called Kakabalika House, which means a new day is dawning. We have 31 boys in the house, and they're all going to school. The boys love to do acrobatics. Here they're receiving letters from their pals from a Christian school in New Jersey, and getting new Bibles. The boys are so happy getting 3 meals a day. We wanted to be able to grow our own food at the house, and here the boys are preparing the land. And here's some of the maize crop they planted, and cabbage. Last year we were able to sell over 1,000 heads of these cabbage to the community. Also growing onions and lettuce. We're raising chickens at the house also. We keep enough chickens to feed the boys in the house and then sell the rest. We've sold about 5,000 so far. The boys want to help raising the chickens also. The Lord has burdened our hearts to take in more children, and we've believed Him to give us the property behind us. Right behind the wall, there's 7.5 acres with a home currently on it. After praying and believing God for about 8 months. We spoke about this need at the missions conference last October. And thanks to your generosity, we now have house number 2, and after a little work, we're soon to take in additional boys. The Lord had put it on our hearts to make this project self-sustaining. So this is our farm down the road that we've been able to purchase. And now it's time for the maize harvest. This year we were able to bring in about 20 tons of maize. This is the bus that takes the boys to school and to church. Because of the provision through Times Square Church, we've been able to purchase this van to take the volunteers to the street feeding programs. And these 2 vehicles. And this truck to haul food. Here's Poncia and Charles. They had both lived on the streets for about 8 years. Poncia is now employed by the government working with street girls, and Charles is running one of our discipleship programs. being raised up on Christ, these boys have a new hope and a new future.